What's happening, everybody? Sean Daniel with Guitar Control here. Today we're learning a really cool song. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. It is called Roulette by System of a Down. Again, band that's really known for their heavier stuff, but this is a really, really great acoustic song that I think you're really going to enjoy. So make sure you click the link below because we have the chord chart that goes with this. Now, generally this is played with the capo on the first fret. I actually want to do this just open with maybe chords you might be more familiar with. If you want to play along with the song, make sure you just slap a capo on the first fret and do everything that we're talking about here relative to the capo. Essentially, what we're going to do is going to sound like this. Okay, so now there's a couple different ways that we can play this, but it's really just two parts and kind of a cool strumming pattern, all right? Starts with a B minor chord. Pointer finger on the B on the A string, which is the second fret. Ring finger, fourth fret of the D string. Pinky, fourth fret of the G string. Middle finger, third fret of the B string. If you want to get the high E string as a bar, go for it. You don't need to do it. Now, this is a strumming pattern. We have the root note of the chord. I'm striking the A string with my pick, or you can do it finger style. Those are fingers with a pick. Or even a hybrid thing where you hit the root note with your pick. I almost kind of prefer that where I hit the root note with the pick and then use my remaining fingers to kind of get the rest of it. But for the purpose of the rest of the video, we're just going to be using the pick. All right. So I'm striking all downstrokes really. I'm getting the root note, the rest of the chord. When I say the rest of the chord, I'm thinking about the D, G, and B strings. Okay. So B chord, B, B chord. That's going to be the pattern we're getting. Root, chord, root, root, chord. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to is a D major chord. I want to use this D major bar chord. Now, you might be like, well, wouldn't it be easy to go like this? To the open D major like this. But I think the important part of the original song is kind of getting the sliding. That slide from a B minor to a D chord like this. So we're just going to use the bar chord version. Feel free to use the open chord version if you want. Again, however you want to play it, it's up to you and how you want to reimagine the song, but I'm going to teach it like this. We have the 5th fret of the A string, and then I'm holding down the 7th fret of the D, G, and B strings, like that. So we've got B minor to a slide, and then we're going to jump right from that D major chord. We're just getting a root and a chord, one string lower to an A major bar chord shape. You don't have to bar the whole thing if you don't want, but it's really, again, really the same thing as a B minor, but rooted on the low E string 5th fret. Now it becomes major. So I've got the 5th fret of the E string with my pointer finger, ring finger and pinky are on 7A and D, respectively. Middle finger is on the 6th fret of that G string. Root, chord, D, A, C, G, A. Okay, that's the entire verse, right? So we kind of have one full root chord on a chord. The first part is a B minor. And then we have a pair that splits a bum, 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 like a root chord, root chord. All right, so the first main chord is B minor. The next pair is D to A. The next main chord is C. C major, okay? Same thing as the D, but rooted on the 3rd fret of the A string. Again, you can play open too if you want. In fact, I'll do the bar chord version, I'll do the open version, just so you can kind of hear both of them. But then we have another pairing of a G to an A. So again, that same shape on the 3rd fret of the low E string to the 5th fret. B minor, D, A, C, stay there, G, A, B minor, D, A, C, minor, D, A, C, G, A, B. Okay, so you can hear that there is a difference. Might be nominal. I'm old school. I like that slide, right? Really just a cool sound, you know? Even if you want to do the whole thing with power chords, where they aren't major or minor, it's just a root note, like 2nd fret on the A string and the 4th fret on the D string. This is indicative of the chords that you would be playing. And it still sounds pretty cool, you know? So again, really a fun acoustic guitar song to play. So that's the verse. There's really only one other part, the chorus, and it's essentially the exact same thing. We're just going to kind of mess with the chords a little bit. It still starts on B minor to F sharp. Now, all you have to do is go 1 string lower. And then now we're getting both. Instead of moving right away, it's just root chord again, but now on the F sharp. Slide to the A. Then there's your pair with the G and A. B minor, F sharp, A, G, A. Open chords if you want. A, G, A. Okay, so again, I like doing it with the closed form bar chords, even if you're not barring it, just because you get a little bit more of the sliding that really is kind of characteristic of System of a Down's playing. Really, really cool guitar band. Just awesome rock band in general, right? Almost a little slept on at this point. They're huge back in the day, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about them. So we're keeping the System of a Down dream alive, right? So let's put those 2 parts together. Starting with that B minor. D, A, C, G, A, B minor, D, A, C, G, A. Chorus, B minor, F sharp, A, G, A, B, F sharp. Now, one thing I want to talk about is kind of getting that root note to ring out a little bit more, because I think that's kind of a signature part of the song. Getting the back and forth. That kind of style, right? Even if you just want to practice it over 1 chord, not how the song goes, but it's a really great way to take a chord and separate it into 2 ideas, right? So we have a root note, like I said, with your pointer finger, and then think of the rest of the chord almost as a separate entity. The 4th fret of the D string, 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B string. And think of getting the root note as its own thing, and then hearing each of them instead of... When I sustain both of them, it has a totally different kind of feel to it, right? So that's why when you hit the root note, let go of it. Don't come off the fretboard, but let go of the pressure. So you're just getting that. Okay? And do that with all the root notes. B, B, D, A, C, 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 G, A. Almost how like maybe a bass player would approach a very rudimentary way to playing the chord progression. Then I think when you do it that way and you don't sustain the root note into the rest of the chord, those slides have a lot more impact. And I think just like little tricks like that is what really, I think, kind of makes you go from maybe being like an intermediate player into a more advanced player, just being able to clean some of that stuff up, right? So again, it might seem kind of tricky because you're really separating the fingers within your own hand to be doing different things, you know, like hold down, let go, sustain the rest of the chord, bum, 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 root, chord, root, root, chord. It's almost like I'm pushing 2 buttons. Like one button is just my pointer finger, and the other one is just the rest of my fingers together. So pointer, bum, 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 and having them think independently. It'll add kind of like almost like a drummer like percussiveness to your playing, which I think again is something really important. You do that with all the chords, B minor. So you can hear every root note chord playing off each other. So when I slide, you can hear the slide a little more defined. There's a lot of space in this. F sharp. So again, pretty simple song, really fun one to play, and a really great one to kind of work on maybe taking intricate parts of your rhythm playing and just tighten it up and just make it cool. So again, awesome song, great band. Let us know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section. Also, again, remember to click the link below because it has all the chords lined up with the lyrics and stuff. The important thing to remember is on the chord chart, sometimes it has the F sharp over where the lyrics start, but just remember that the chorus starts B minor to F sharp, A, G, A, right? Yeah, so again, let us know what you think. Hit us up in the comment section, and then check out other guitar control videos by myself, other great instructors. Let us know what you want to see more of, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.